Hello and welcome, and we've made it to Legoland Billund for their Brick or Treat event for the very last weekend of this season. Now there is so much on display at the entrance, that is why this is in its own separate video, but then now it gives also give me the opportunity to explain about everything else that is to come. Now this is the very last weekend of the Halloween season, so the park is now completely closed for Halloween and it will then reopen again once it gets rethemed. We managed to be here until just before 9 o'clock at night, managed to get all of the bits and pieces filmed at night as well for the very first time, so there is lots of different types of videos to come. Saying different types, we are also looking in all of the videos for all of this Halloween theming. We're not going to be paying too much attention to the rides, so I'm not going to be going on them, I'm not going to be filming them and all that kind of thing. We are here for the Brick or Treat and we just want to see what is different for the Brick or Treat event. All of the full detailed tour lands have already been done at the start of the season. They are available in the Legoland Billund 2022 playlist. This is also where this video is going to be located and all of the others that will follow. But you can see you've got Monsters Workshop, Pumpkin Gallery, you've got the Monster Mansion and the Monster Cave. Now there are lots of different things to do. All of those will be coming up over multiple videos. I'll get them uploaded as quickly as possible because depending on what time you're watching this, Halloween has probably finished. We will go down all the way down to the haunted house. We'll have a look at the amazing theming that they've got at the haunted house, and we'll spin back round and we'll finish at the monsters meet or greet, and then that will be the entrance video for Legoland Billund completed, and there is a lot of exciting stuff to come. Now the video that I've already been uploaded, which I did that first, was the end of season fireworks display. Now that fireworks display was amazing. I was very far away in the distance when it started, but I did manage to catch it and it did come out nicely, so it was a very nice display. It's basically to celebrate the end of the Halloween season. So basically the fireworks went off and then everybody left the park and then the gates shut and closed, and I actually managed to stand outside at the front entrance as they actually put the shutter down, which I just timed that completely by mistake, but it was quite a cool thing to see with the shutters going down, and then all of the amazing orange lights that you will see in other videos. So depending on when you're watching this, like I said, there will be either to come loads of Halloween videos, or they have already been uploaded and they will all be in the Legoland Billund 2022. So you can see they have got lots and lots of Lego pumpkins, real pumpkins. Some are carved, some are built up completely differently. You've got this pumpkin gallery where we're stood out now, so they have completely re-themed their gallery, and your challenge was to make all different types of pumpkins. They also had permanent displays as well, all behind the glass cabinets. There's loads to see in there, so obviously I went in there and filmed it, but there's also lots to do and build. So if you wanted to build lots of different bits and pieces, that would have been the place for you. Directly over the other side, the Miniland area was rammed of just lots and lots of amazing displays and models. They put googly eyes and loads of trees, they put monsters absolutely everywhere, and just as I was about to leave, the very end in the evening, I found the Freddy Krueger figure again, which was my challenge for myself. So I managed to find that right at the end, so I'm happy about that. All the food had been completely rethemed as well for Halloween. You had some weird and wonderful bits and pieces with regards to their sort of spooky looking burgers and fries and just everything. The train to the left hand side, that had been completely redone for the Halloween. They changed the front end of it, they had put all green lights around it, so when that was going around in the evening, that looked absolutely spectacular. It was like a 50-50 mix up of the old haunted Lego train set, if anybody can remember that, the one that glowed in the dark and it had the green front end with the sort of glow in the dark piece that came out as smoke. That is what they've done to the front of that train, which we do get a good look at some point in one of the videos. To the right hand side, they have actually added in a new model. The queue was so busy all day, did not manage to show you that, but I will be going back. So that's, you might recognize what that is. Let us know if you actually did manage to pick up the Halloween train, but they had that. Was very impressive at the front, and then when it got dark, the amount of lights that they had onto that thing, it looked really good. Going back to the mini boats on the right hand side, they have now added in the London Eye, and all of the sort of shrubbery and everything had grown back because I managed to get on that the first week that had been reopened at the start of the 2022 season, so I will, if I can, get back on it before the end of the 2022 season as well. So they are not just closing, they are open for Christmas. This is the first time in 10 years that they are going to be open for Christmas at 2022. Again, we are still coming round all by the rides at the very, very front. You've got loads of these dotted around the parks. I mean, the pirate section was just absolutely madness with the stuff that they had added in. They dyed all the water red again, so it looked like it was all blood effect. They had added in loads of different types of gravestones and tombstones and everything else like that. And then as we come round, you can see how busy it is only because this is right at the start of the day, so obviously everybody comes in at this part and then the park opens up massively. But the volume of people coming through the gate all day was amazing, because the park was open from 10 in the morning till 9 at night, so the older ones were coming in the evening. It was just a really nice, enjoyable atmosphere. Even though it was really busy, it just was a nice atmosphere. It was just nice and chilled. Everybody knew what they was there for, and there was so much to see and soak in. It didn't really matter if you were in the queue line or not. But if you look how busy this queue line is now for the haunted house, if you just avoid the house to start with and walk around the corner, all the rides, literally a 5-minute walk away, will walk on. And then if you carry on looping back round on yourself in about an hour or so, there's no queue for this ride. So don't always go on the first thing you see. Spread out a little bit as you go. They have added in, I think there is a cardboard cutout of every single Lego Monsters Series 14 dotted around the whole park. I think we managed to do a Pokemon and collect them all. I think we see every single one. The animatronics on that was working again, which was really nice to see, and I think the lights on its eyes were lit up at night, so that looked very, very impressive. And it's just a very good photo opportunity, dotted all over around by the haunted house. And the inside the haunted house, it looked like they've gone even heavier for theming, so there is a video of that to come at some point, obviously, depending on when you're watching it. But that looked spectacular lit up at night. All of the front of that house was all lit up. The castle was all lit up as well. So like I said, there's a full park tour at night to come, and that might, I think, close off the end of the Legoland Billund series, I think. So for the Halloween series, I think that's something to really look forward to, because I upload it now, it's just going to spoil everything else that you see during the day, because at night it did look very, very impressive. Right, we've got about a minute or so left. There are, shall I say, all of these brick and treat points. Now this is exactly the same thing as what Windsor did, but Windsor for some reason just had them side by side, whereas Billund spread about the whole park, which meant the children had all day to run around the park and try and get to the next one. So I think it's better doing it this way. Windsor did it this way last year, but tried to do something completely different this year, but it just didn't, for me, didn't feel like it would have worked. If I was teeny tiny, I would have wanted to run around and see everything rather than sort of going there, getting everything, and it was done. This is the new Monster Cave, this is the meet and greet area, and that is us done. So that is a short little tease of what is to come. But guys, as always, if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I'll have to get to the next one. Ta-da.